Hi, this is Santosh Shiva, your host of RunYogi Diaries. Welcome back to the midweek banter. Today, I want to talk about a topic that's dear to my heart, which is related to the heart. It's called the heart rate based training. Before that, let's go for a quick run. I want to start with why do heart rate based training? Here are my top reasons. One is we have heart rate monitors on our wrist, right? We all have these kind of smart watches. They are available, they're ubiquitous. So that's one obvious reason. It makes easy running scientific. What I mean by that is if you look at training literature, they'll tell you got to run easy on training days. You got to at least run a few days easy, or they'll tell you run a conversational pace. But how do you know you're running easy or you're running at a conversational pace? One of the ways is to run by feel, but with heart rate monitors, you can actually be scientific about it and say, hey, at this particular heart rate, I'm running easy. It makes measurement of fitness progress simple. What I mean by that is, if you are training at a certain heart rate and getting faster at that heart rate, it means that you're getting fitter. So it's kind of a simple math. And it reduces the risk of overtraining. From my perspective, last year I did about 1900 miles and I did not feel it as much, especially because I trained on the math, using math. So these are my top reasons for doing heart rate based training. Now, coming to a popular method that's gone mainstream, the MAF. So what is MAF? Let's spend a little bit time on what is MAF. So MAF stands for Maximum Aerobic Fitness, and it got really popular when Dr. Phil Maffetone really made it mainstream in his book. So MAF as a method is essentially using 180 to deduct your age to arrive at a optimum heart rate for training, right? So that would be your aerobic threshold. So for me, I'm like 50 years old, I take 180, deduct 50, I get 130. And there are a few adjustments you can do based on your level of existing fitness. So if you're someone very active, you add 5. So I add 5 to my rate, so I get about 135. And if you're recovering from some kind of injury or coming back from illness, you deduct 5. So that would be 125. So basically what it means is the maximum heart rate that you've got to be training is at that threshold. So for me, I personally train at between 130 to 135, and that's my MAF heart rate. In addition to the heart rate, if you read Dr. Maffetone's book, he also talks about lifestyle. It's just not about heart rate training, but he recommends quality nutrition, which is rich in macronutrients. Fresh food, talks about getting enough rest and managing stress. So it's a holistic method that Dr. Maffetone has come up with. And so that's at a high level what this methodology is all about. Excuse me. So I've been at it for over a year, and what I have gotten personally out of this training is a couple of things. One is, as I said, last year I did 1900 plus miles. It was over 600 miles above my usual yearly mileage. And I did this without too much of fatigue or, falling sick. And I kind of enjoyed it. So that's definitely one, to scale your volume with this method. The other is, I did get faster. So just for me personally, been running for about 12 years. My best marathon finish has been just under 4 hours, about 3:58. But as I was getting older, I was losing speed and pace. So last year I got to about 4:30 finish from about 4:50. So that's like about 20 minutes gain in speed. And I did that fairly comfortably, in the sense I wasn't struggling to finish the 4:30. So I'm going to continue investing in this training methodology, and I hope to keep pushing it to 4:15 and hopefully back to 4 hours, which I was doing 12 years ago. So that's a big benefit. So that's a quick overview of what I got out of it. Now, in terms of some semantics, there's, when you have a methodology, there's a for. People kind of get into should I do it, should I not, for and against. I personally think that you got to take the core principles out of any methodology, and as long as it serves you, adopt it. So here's my 2 cents on some of the core principles that make sense, and some of the other methods that are similar. So when I started running, conversational pace was what they told you. Run at a conversational pace. And so the MAF method scientifically lets you to run at a conversational pace without having to worry about, hey, am I breathing too hard, am I going too fast, etc. Second is the run walk method that was popularized by Jeff Galloway. I think it achieves a similar outcome where you're kind of remaining at a lower heart rate for your training by not running all the time, but breaking it up with walks. Then you have the zone 2 heart rate training, which is in my opinion similar. So long story short, you can be for or against MAF, but end of the day there are some core common principles that all training literature talk about, and the MAF is a good method to get you to do that. That's all from my side. I hope you enjoyed and found this conversation useful. I would definitely recommend using heart rate based training for your endurance endeavors. Good luck with that. If you like this video and if you like my channel, please hit like and subscribe, because I'm trying to get to 1,000 by end of March, and your subscription matters a lot. So thank you. Have a fantastic week, and we'll talk next week. Bye-bye.